Okay. Thank you for that, for the songs, for the singing. Going to start off by looking at John chapter 3. That's the Gospel of John chapter 3. And then we'll be turning over to Revelation chapter 3. So go on, find the Revelation 3, just put your finger there and hold it. And then we'll go to it towards the end of the sermon. Now, John chapter 3 starts off with a conversation between a Pharisee named Nicodemus and Jesus. And Nicodemus asked a question of Jesus. Or he was talking to him, saying that the things he had seen and heard of Jesus doing, they knew that nobody could do something like that on their own. It had to be, God had to be with them. Verse 3, Jesus answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. Okay. So unpack that verse. In the original Greek, there is no punctuation. So whenever you have two words like verily, verily, or truly, truly, it's like an exclamation point. It means, listen, this is the truth. It's one of those statements that means you can go past go and you can collect your $200 and take it to the bank. This is the truth, is what it's saying when they repeat like that. And Jesus is telling Nicodemus, the only way to see the kingdom of God or heaven is to be born again. And they go on through that talking and discussing different things. Then we get to John 3:16, verse 16. One of the more well-known verses of this passage. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. So, you have to believe on Jesus. And one of the neat things about this particular verse is you can substitute your name where it says the world. Leave out the world and read it and say to yourself, for God so loved Gene or Jonathan, whatever your name is. That puts it on a personal level. God loved us so much that he died on a cross for us. Now, how many other people in the world have said that, have done that? That did it freely. God is the only person, Jesus is the only person that went to the cross, even though he was innocent and blameless. Everybody else that has gone to the cross has been guilty. And he did it for each individual and the whole world. And it's up to the world to believe. It's up to each one of us to believe and accept. Now over in Revelation chapter 3. In verse 20. Since Jesus can't go to the cross anymore, he only had to do that once. But Jesus is always asking us to believe in him. Revelation 3, verse 20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him, and he with me. That verse is illustrated right here. It's a picture of a door. You've seen a painting of the same thing. It's a door. And it's got Jesus standing next, hand raised as if he's knocking on the door. But you need to study that door. It's got the hinges on it. But it's missing something over here. It's missing the door latch, doorknob, some way to open the door from the outside. And why is that? It's because this door and door front represents your heart. The light is on because you're home. And he's knocking on that door, asking to come in. And the only way he comes in is if you open the door and say, "Welcome, Jesus. Come in and stay with me." Unlike Satan, who just seems to walk in unannounced and takes over everything, Jesus is waiting at the door for you to let him in. When you open the door and you let him in, he will come in. And he will dine with you. He will stay with you. You will eat with him. Talk with him. And so as we get ready to close today, do you feel Jesus knocking on your door? If you do, open it and allow him to come in. I'll be down here in front, waiting to see if Jesus is knocking on your door. And you come up here to the front and tell us, and we will pray and Jesus will come in. And if you want to join our church, come on down. Or you need to want to make a rededication. Whatever your will. Jesus is knocking. Listen to the words of our invitation. And come on down to the front.
Number 181. Who at my door is standing?